Hello, my broker buddies. Fuel prices are up, gasoline's up, everything's up. It's the world that we live in, but we still have to do business. We're going to continue today in our series with the topic being marketing. Today, we're going to be talking about blogs. Hey, welcome to FBTV Video, Freight Broker TV. This video, we're going to be talking about marketing. We're going to continue on with the series we started here a week or two ago. Last time, marketing, we talked about websites. It's going to be 4 parts to this series. This is part 2. It's going to be blog. We got 2 more to go after this, but I'll be doing those here in the next couple of weeks. Everything is expensive today. It's the world we live in. What happened? Things seem to be cheaper a year ago. They were cheaper a year ago. Bridges are cracked. Hackers are disrupting our fuel supply. But why is lumber up? Why is it that Chick-fil-A is having a dip sauce shortage? Getting kind of crazy, ain't it? You'd think maybe some of this is made up. Who knows? Who am I to say? Anyway, we got to keep on working. We got to work through it. The way we work through it is doing our jobs better than anybody else can. And that brings us to marketing. And the first part of this series, when we were talking about marketing, we talked about having a website, the importance of that. That's going to be your home base for your marketing. Everything you do as far as your marketing, and it doesn't have to be expensive, is going to go back around to your website, because that's bringing people, keeping people in your loop and bringing them right back to your website. Now, a blog. The biggest issue I have with clients when I bring up, hey, you need to do a blog, it's going to be part of your marketing. They draw blanks. Well, you know, I don't know what to write about. Doesn't matter. Write about anything as long as it's trucking and transportation. You may not have a lot of experience at this point, but you got enough experience. If you've gotten this far where you're brokering, you've been through training, whatever, maybe you're operational, maybe you are a freight brokerage, you need to be doing a blog. Now, your website might be a WordPress website, and a WordPress website, actually, those were made for blogs. Now, I generally recommend to my clients, don't use your WordPress website. Don't use the blog function. Stay away from it. There's a reason for that. When you are dealing with search engines like Google and Bing and all those, part of their ranking, where they rank your website, is determined by how many other websites that are pretty much the same topic as your website that link to your website. If you do a blog on your website, well, you're not linking. It's just another page on your website. But if you go outside of your WordPress, you may even want to have a second website. And you can use a WordPress website, but it's just for your blog. But the point I'm making, have your blog link to the website as well as your website linking back to your blog. So you're getting reciprocal links. That's going to help you in the long run. Now, don't do what a lot of people have tried to do in the past, and that's go to all these forums, go here, go there, and just do, just post a link to your website. Search engines catch on to that. They, and it can get you barred off the search engine, kicked off. So you don't want to do that. You got to be careful. But the blog itself, it's separate. It's identical. You're talking about transportation issues. Your website links to the blog links back to the website. You should be in pretty good shape. And that's just going to help you drive or climb the ranking whenever anyone does a search for whatever your keywords are. Obviously, loads, freight, cargo, things of that nature. Now, when it comes to your blog, what do you write? It doesn't matter. Just keep it business. You know, if you're a brand new broker, maybe, you know, hey, an article could be how drivers can better work with brokers and how brokers can better work with drivers. You know, that's pretty simple. Something to write about there. How to use load boards. I mean, you can put anything on there, just as long as you're keeping it to the point. What you're doing, and you're going to see by the time we get all the way through this, through the 4th series, that everything's leaking back. It's like a food chain. You get them in your chain, they keep coming back. You know, you keep reminding them you're there, and your target audience will keep coming back and remembering you. Basically, what you're doing here when you're marketing, you got to think about branding. What you're doing is branding your company in your prospect's mind. That is an ongoing process. I mean, think about Coca-Cola. Does Coca-Cola need to advertise? Everybody on the planet, I mean, deep in the Amazon forest, you can say Coca-Cola, or they can see a Coke can from 100 yards away and know it's a Coca-Cola can. They don't need to advertise. The reason they advertise is branding, so you remember their product. You know, let's take aspirin, for instance. Aspirin was at one time a brand name, like Tylenol or ibuprofen or anything like that, but it became part of the English language. So, you know, whenever you get a headache, I need aspirin. Kind of not the branding we're talking about, but you get the idea. So that's what we're doing with our marketing. We want this piece to work with this piece to work with that piece to work with that piece. So it keeps everybody in the loop. Next time we're going to be talking about a newsletter. Now, before we get into that, let me talk about blog. If you are looking for a place to maybe do a blog, you know, you can find places that'll give you a blog for free. You can do a blog for free. Blogger, I believe it's still around, blogger.com. Check it out. It's free. It's made available by Google, with what isn't anymore, but take advantage of it. Matter of fact, if you're not ready to do a blog yet or start a blog, you can still start writing articles. You know, open up your Word. You know, practice, get ahead of it. Now, when you post to your blog, you know, the thing is, you don't have to post every day. You don't have to post every week. But if you can post at least once a month, over time, it's gonna build. You're gonna have a lot of articles in there, and that's gonna keep people coming back, if not stay longer. You know, building up that time, looking at your brand, and that's what we're trying to do. So when somebody thinks about, hey, I need a truck or a freight broker, your brand comes to mind because your marketing has worked that way. All right. Hope that helps you out. Next time, like I said, newsletter. When we get to the newsletter, you're going to find how all this stuff starts working together. You're going to find the chain coming together more. All right. Have a good day. Unless, of course, you've made other plans, we'll talk soon. See you.